Okay, at this stage, this is the second part, we threw the jug form, the bottle form here, and now we're going to add a handle to it. And I'll just do a quick review of a couple different handles to put onto us. This one is a pulled handle that has a little rolled tail on it, and I'll show you pulling a handle and how to roll a handle. So first we'll do rolling a handle. I just take a ball of clay and I'm going to roll it at a little bit of an angle so that I have a pointy end and a rounded end. Roll it out, get it to about the thickness I want, but I'm not going to put a round handle on there. That would take up a lot of space. So I'm going to go ahead and flatten it out, throwing it down, and now you can see how that takes up less space. I still have a nice wide surface, which fits the top view of it. But I might want to add a few features to it. So I brought these things here. I could take a dowel and put a flute in it if I wanted to, or I can take a piece of wood here and articulate that with a nice little groove on either side of that flute, like that. So that's rolling a handle, and there's all kinds of textures you can put into it. I'm going to show you how to pull a handle and a couple of things we can do with that. Get this ready. So we'll set that off to the side. Pulling a handle starts off by getting a ball of clay into a cone. And I'm going to use this part of my palm, my fingers here, my finger and my thumb there. And I'm going to pull it with some water in my hand. Doesn't matter which hand you use. I'm just going to hold it like this, and we're going to maintain that taper. Advantages of pulled handles, they seem to have a little more ability to stay on. You can compensate by taking that when we attach it and really over bending it so that it doesn't crack. The other advantage of a pulled handle is that you have all this slip that sort of closes up any cracks, gives you a nice smooth surface, but it has that look of being handled, which to me is nice. To some people, the overhandling might look a little bit like that, overhandled. So we've got a rounded taper, and just like what we were dealing with when we rolled that, it's a little bit uncomfortable. It slides in your hand. So we can flute it by hand, going like this, just taking our thumb and creating that flute. We can also come in and articulate the edges again, just like we did with a straight edge there. And if we wanted to, we can reverse it and flute the back side. So what fluting does is it gives you some place for your fingers to kind of get a groove and attach to it. It also takes away some of the volume so that there's not a large contrast between the volume, the thickness of the clay, and the thickness of the handle. All right, that's that. So I pull the handle, and then I like to bend it more than I'm going to need so that I can unload it onto the form. And that's particularly important for these ones that were rolled, such as rolling it on here, stretching it, because they have a strong memory of being flat. We've aligned everything up, compressed. So we want to stretch it and then unload that onto the form. And so that's what I've done with both of these. I've stretched them, and now I'm going to cut this with a little bit of a curve. And I can take that with a needle tool, or even my thumb kind of has that natural arc to bring that down, and I'm mimicking the curvature of this here. And so that's going to fit on there. Take a little bit of slip, score the surface. You always want to score the surface that's harder and press the softer piece into it. And put that on, blend it in. Blend the underside. And get this at the length I want. A little bit long. That's a good length. Again, move it over, scoring the surface. that's our jug. So for this piece, it was a no trim jug. I threw it, cut it, and I rolled the bottom edge down here. So it's a one-shot sort of deal. Takes about 25 minutes total to make. Thank you for watching.